You know, you're looking at someone who's very versatile and very, very good at what they do, and especially when it comes to that mechanics region of maps, they are just outstanding. On the other hand, I've not actually had the pleasure of watching them play fully yet, but I do know they are a very good player and a very strong player. I mean, they've made it to the semifinals, they're in the winners bracket. Of course, orngoos is going to be pulling out some good scores as well, so it's going to be very interesting to see how these two go. I am your commentator today, 12-0. I apologize for that. I'm not going to be loud or crazy energetic, but I will try to keep some there, as it is 3 in the morning cast for me, so don't mind that too much. I haven't had too big of a look at the map pool, but this map pool does look really sick, and honestly, if I've ever had a match I wanted to go to tiebreaker, it is this. Because the song that you can hear in the background is a Sunless Rise song, Ghosts of the Past, for this tiebreaker. A disgustingly difficult map with Malashevsky, I believe, being the only full combo still on it. And yeah, that map is just brutal. And I mean, I love Sunless Rise. I feel like they're a very underrated band. So that for a tiebreaker, I'm always happy to see. Even looking at the rest of this map pool as well, I mean, hell, you've got, you know, Imagine Reborn, Divinity, No Mod 1, World Revolving Hidden One. You've got some bangers coming in. And I'm seeing the protects coming in. Pezz, unsurprisingly so, protecting the No Mod 5, going with a bit more of the speed sections of the map, you know, the more mechanical stuff. And orngoos opting in for the No Mod 6, which is also understandable, going in for a bit of a different map. Shotgun and Symphony, quite iconic. I think most people know this map. It is CS7, AR8. It's a very old map. And we're seeing the early sets of bans coming in. Hidden 3, DT3, getting rid of one of the hiddens, and getting rid of one of, you know, the speed picks. Understandable. Bloody Devotion, I'm so excited that's going. I was so excited to see that map, but Downfall goes as well. And DT2 is gone, and the Hard Rock 2. Damn, okay. So we're getting rid of a lot of the heavy mechanics and a lot of the precision maps I'm seeing. Oh, no, sorry. One of the precision maps was protected. They're getting rid of banned. A minute, hold on. My brain is factory resetting itself. Getting rid of the pure mechanics and getting rid of the more unique maps. There we go. The gimmicky maps. It's just that simple, and I couldn't even say it. But yeah, orngoos is going to be the one to get the first pick. I am intrigued to see what they'll go for, because from what I've seen so far in these matches, no one's really gone for their protect immediately, but it seems this is going to be a different case with orngoos actually opting into that protect super quickly, just going straight to the No Mod 6, maybe to get that early momentum on the board, just to see how it goes. Understandable decision, to say the least. Yeah, well, if anyone knows me, you know I love my precision maps. Despite that, this map is still a struggle for me. Even if, like, just looking at the map, I do struggle on this kind of thing. The players, however, I mean, orngoos, I feel like, will definitely excel on this map. I mean, I feel like that's almost a given. But I'm honestly really interested to see how Pezz would do on this, because I know Pezz is quite good at, you know, smaller CSs, especially on the hard rocks. But maybe in comparison to orngoos, I'm not entirely sure if they'll keep up entirely. It'll be definitely interesting to see how it goes. If I'm also not mistaken, this was the map that got GN his title as well, that he got a while ago. I think 9 years ago. And I think it was this map that was causing it. I'm not entirely too sure on that. My history on Osu isn't all there. I'm new gen. Oh, small bit of insight. These two players have played this map before in another tournament, but they were on the same team. But orngoos did outperform Pezz, so that might be where that early confidence with this pick is coming in from. But the accuracy right now is just going to be telling kind of the same story, with orngoos taking that pretty early lead on the accuracy. But for as difficult as this map is, this beginning isn't too much of a challenge in comparison. Again, it is just that CS7 that is going to be the main thing that might throw people off guard. Even the AR8. I'm okay with precision, but you add AR8 on top of it, and then I start to struggle, because I'm not personally good at low AR. I'm not good at those old style maps, but you know, when you've got practice on them, then it's a bit more doable for a lot of players, especially tournament players, as you can see, where they're both looking pretty confident on this. But orngoos is looking a lot nicer on that accuracy side of things right now with that 98, but is the first one to find a miss, which honestly was not what I was expecting. So Pezz is going to be taking that lead back to their side, getting a 3 to 5k advantage and climbing pretty quickly due to that combo advantage. First quarter of the map pretty much gone and done with. Pezz taking that first quarter for themselves. Yeah, the first break, they're seeing each other's scores. orngoos realizing that not exactly in a safe position right now. Does have to start to build that combo back. Pezz knowing that they are in a decent lead, but oh, that slider break is going to be making it a bit difficult to keep the lead, especially with orngoos having 2% better accuracy, no, 1.3% better accuracy, and, you know, now back on that combo game. But the map's quite low density, I would argue, but the score lead isn't major right now for Pezz. It's still only about 13k and decreasing quite quickly. And there's a lot of triples. I'm reading these triples, and then I'm seeing what their cursor's doing, and I'm realizing how badly I'm reading these triples. And, oh, that is an unfortunate moment for Pezz as well, to find another miss on the table. It does flip that score lead over to favor of orngoos, but they're going back and forth, because I think they both traded a miss there. But orngoos still at 1% accuracy ahead. 800 score difference between them, and it's just down to sliders halfway through currently. It is 20 combo difference. The accuracy in favor of orngoos, but they're both basically just come back and forth. But the score lead is going to build a bit here for Pezz. But it's building a lot. No, it's not. It's building quicker than I was expecting it to, because I honestly thought orngoos would be sitting just a bit in the lead here because of the accuracy advantage. But the accuracy is falling down a bit. Pezz climbing back up. They're meeting each other in the middle. It's just that combo game right now is being a bit nicer for the side of Pezz. Maybe look to the last time these two together played this map and went, maybe I mid-rolled, maybe I low-rolled, maybe I high-rolled, doesn't matter. This time we're in the Fatal Metal tournament, gotta run it back, gotta make sure I'm comfortable. And, I mean, the comfort is definitely showing. Oh, unfortunate miss coming in from orngoos as well. That score lead is now just going to keep moving in favor of Pezz. But there's still another quad of the map. It's nowhere near over, but those misses are not going to be helping whatsoever. I mean, 60k score difference between these two right now. But it is a decently long map. It's a 5-minute map, to be fair. You definitely have a lot of time to deal with. I mean, almost another minute for orngoos to try and build a recovery here, but it's going to be reliant on Pezz finding the miss. And, I mean, Pezz is also now leading in accuracy as well. Recovered up to almost 98%. But, I mean, this is something I've seen happen with Pezz quite a bit. They'll start the early map, and they'll be on the lower end of accuracy, but that accuracy will start to climb back up later in, and it's just kind of the same tale. I mean, the consistency is there for Pezz, and you can just see it. The combo building just comfortably every single time. 560 and going. Oh, but the slider catches them both out. But I think because of orngoos not having, you know, a combo going into these next sections, having to basically be neck and neck with Pezz the whole time, closing 116k, I do not think it's going to be happening. Which is honestly not a really good... This is a really bad situation for orngoos to be in, right? This was his protect, opening up with it, trying to get that early, you know, early momentum. And having both of those things go not ideal for you with, again, the protect and early momentum going straight to Pezz's side. Yeah, that is not an ideal situation to start your match in. But, I mean, it just shows what Pezz can do, right? Pezz has just been one of those players that... like, I've been watching him more so recently than ever. And he just pulls out just crazy combos on things. Genuinely, 1 miss and 2 slider breaks, I think it was. On Shotgun Symphony. Like, the map is old, and there's still, like, less than 24 combos on it, if I'm not mistaken. Like, a score like that gets him on leaderboards by quite a decent margin. It just shows difficulty of this map and the difficulty this ball's going to. And the fact this map says it's only 6.3 stars, it just feels like a lie. 1 miss? Yeah, you would, bro. orngoos understanding the pain of going against Pezz. We're already on a different route than the last match Pezz was in, though. It wasn't a full combo. I don't know how I would have reacted if it was a full combo, to be completely honest. But it is up to Pezz to pick the next map, and yeah, I mean, to be expected, going straight into the DT1. Cynics and Critics from Icon for hire. Fishy's diff as well. So a very solid map, to say the least. I'm just double checking what I know. I actually don't remember this map pool. I've been pretty busy. But from what I remember, pretty standard DT1. Few bursts, lit it in, standard bit of jumps. I think it is a bit more tapping focused, if I'm not mistaken, but I think it is pretty evenly split between the two, if I'm not to be mistaken again. And don't trust my knowledge too much. It's 3 in the morning. I am sleep deprived. But some fun knowledge for those who enjoy it. The map is 272 BPM with double time. It is 1 minute 48. So we're going from being a 5-minute map to 1 minute 48. Pezz's fire alarm is going off. Oh no. Let's hope it's a false alarm, eh? This map is CS 4.2, so pretty comfortable for pretty much majority of players. And AR 10.3 again, so kind of just sitting in the comfort zone, but you know, still got a difficult map on the horizon awaiting for these players. as long as Pezz's building doesn't burn down. Let's hope that doesn't happen. Oh, the fire alarm, from what I'm understanding, might take a while. Pezz playing with absolute debuff here. Is he gonna cover a fire alarm? Yeah, I feel like the fire alarm might go on for a while. Oh no, you couldn't time it worse. That is just unfortunate. The downside of living in a large building, I assume. Oh no. 20 minutes at least a fire alarm. What the hell? Hello? I've never heard of that before. That's... Yo, they last like a minute or two over here usually. And then big buildings, they'll ring for like... Oh no, to be fair, if it's a public building, they'll go for a while, to be fair. Not the most ideal case to be in. And because it's a big building, you kind of also want to not be in that case. Roommate is asleep. How are you sleeping through a public building fire alarm? Hello? Fair enough. Honestly, fair enough. I've heard of heavy sleepers, but that's alright. That's like insanely level. I mean, Orngoos is saying he doesn't mind waiting. I don't mind waiting either. I'm not going to go sleep anytime soon. And if it means 20-minute break, it means I can go grab something quick to eat. Again. Yeah, only a small delay, but the OKs are here. Pezz is now confirmed to be okay and back at the setup. Tiny delay, I apologize. It is what it is. Yeah, one of the cases I was saying is Pezz losing his warm-up from the issue that just happened, and I think that might actually play a case on a map like this, but gotta play with the circumstances sometimes, even if they aren't favorable. That's the part of being in the tournament scene, right? You just play with whatever circumstance you have at that given time. Whether it's a good day, a bad day, whatever, you just get in, you play, and you hope that you're still in the right state to play. But let's get, well, I mean, I say let's get into it. We're already into the DT1 Cynics and Critics icon for hire. Fishy's diff. The map is, if I'm not mistaken, kind of a pretty standard DT1 when you look in this context of this tournament. We do see an early break coming in from Pezz. Maybe the cold coming in to bite him there, which is not going to be ideal, but orngoos has traded, but still does have a bit of a 10k lead advantage, but those few misses now is going to be closing that advantage quite quickly. And it's not like it's a long map. We went from a 5-minute map to like a 20-minute break to, well, 20-minute intermission to now a 2-minute map, not even shorter than that, because it's actually 1 minute 48 playtime, and the few chain misses coming in from orngoos, which is definitely not an ideal situation for them, dropping a lot of accuracy and a lot of score there as Pezz. I mean, doing what Pezz does, right, just starts to maybe have a small bit of struggle when it comes to the early part of the map, but then just starts to build completely. 98% accuracy, completely building up, 400 combo, well, getting close to that mark. I mean, yeah, the comfort is just there, even when not completely warmed up. Pezz just doing what Pezz does, right? It's just how it works. The score difference, 200k with the last third being a thing, and as long as Pezz holds on that miss coming in from orngoos, I think it is safe to say Pezz will likely have a second point on the board from this map. Not suffering too much because of the gold. Yeah, still on an S rank, just an early slider break. Now, but go on, Pezz. Missed once for the culture. Go on. You had 4 maps yesterday, well, not yesterday, 4 maps last week in a row that you full combo. Now you got to do 4 maps in a row you 1 miss. Come on. The slider break ain't enough. Do it for the culture. Nah, he's just too comfortable. He's just too comfortable. 1 slider break, reverse choke, 500k difference between them. 878k coming in from Pezz on this map. Just terrifying performances coming out from Pezz. Every match I see this guy, like, even when people start getting points on the board, he's just terrifying. Because, like, sure, he'll drop accuracy at the start. And that's kind of it, usually. Or he'll drop a slider, or 1 miss. And then he recovers. And it's like, what do you do? And the answer is, for orngoos, is going into the Hidden 2. A good old Slipknot song. Now, that's not something I was fully expecting. Well, the pick, yes. The song, no. It is pretty standard for a Hidden 2 when it comes to that approach rate. It is going to be the 8. CS 3.8, so that, you know, the aim is a small bit more forgiving, but, you know, it's 3.8 to 4.2 in my opinion, just barely changes. There is a noticeable change, but, like, if you can aim for, like, if you can aim 5.2, which all these players definitely can, you can aim most things you need to. Such a good song, though. Such a good song. For this Hidden 2, there's, I don't think, a crazy amount of reading that you'd usually expect from a Hidden 2, but there's a lot of stacks in here and some awkward patterns, if I'm not to be mistaken, but don't fully trust me on that, as I am not a Hidden 2 expert. I actually struggle when it comes to reading Hidden 2s, even from this position. Okay, Bancho has sorted itself out. We saw a bit of a scary moment from orngoos there, but it was only a Bancho moment. And there's the early one miss coming in from Pezz. Now, I don't remember Pezz's Hidden 2 performance last week. I think Ronnie's performance was better because he is very strong at Hidden 2s, but I can't remember if Pezz was on his tail or struggled with the Hidden 2. I'm not entirely sure. My memory is failing me because it was a while ago for me now. But the comfort is definitely there for the side of orngoos. I mean, 98% accuracy early in. Granted, nothing too crazy to start the map yet until about now when the map does kind of start. Well, not kind of, it does really start. But it's not going to be, you know, an intensity that you'd maybe think of. Unfortunately, early miss coming in from orngoos. Pezz is going to be chilling with the combo, but yeah, that accuracy game right now is going to be staying in favor of orngoos for at least a short while, I think. But the score lead is just going to slowly start to falter and move over to Pezz's side, especially with another miss coming in from orngoos. Oh, but Pezz has traded it, so the score isn't going to be flipping over anytime soon just yet. Their combos are relatively even, about 11 combo favor for Pezz, which isn't too much, but early in the map it'll help a bit. We're getting close to that halfway mark, and that accuracy is just looking super, super clean for orngoos right now. The 97.5, but a few more misses coming in, and that's where things get a bit more worrying, as Pezz, I mean, has already shown is quite good at comboing, but unfortunately does find, I think, 3 misses there. Yeah, the combo advantage now coming back in for orngoos, the accuracy advantage and score advantage. I mean, Hidden 2 and orngoos is just comfort being shown, right? 17k score advantage, which usually doesn't seem like a lot, but when the map is a lot lower density or a lot longer, it usually helps quite a bit. I mean, it's a 4-minute map usually. I believe the map itself is actually shorter than the song. Actually, no, it's 4 minutes 13 of the map, sorry. My brain is not operating quickly. Oh, I was just going to mention there was 4 combo difference between the two players, but orngoos unfortunately does find a slider break, I believe it was. But it's still 25k in their advantage, and the score was growing still a small bit there, but it's going to be decreasing a bit more and a bit more, especially following up that miss. Still another quarter of the map. Pezz is back on the combo game, but 2.2% accuracy behind, and that is not an accuracy percentage you can just sit there and say isn't going to mean much. Because you can tell it does, especially with the fact that Pezz had such a good, strong combo there. Unfortunately, does break, but even during that combo, didn't bring the score to their advantage at all. They were bringing it closer, but not over, which is what they were looking for. And getting to, you know, the ending of the map and getting those long streams, I mean, yeah, that score lead is just going to keep building for orngoos. Because BPM's comfortable for both of them. It's 203. Those streams are not going to be causing any problems, and both their reading ability is more than good enough to hold on to those streams. But oh, a few misses coming in from orngoos there, which is definitely not ideal. This accuracy getting closer and closer. That score lead could start to fall towards the ending, and you're seeing it getting closer and closer at 7k. It actually could start to close over, especially with Pezz building combo. The accuracy is now, I mean, 1.6% difference, I want to say. And it starts to flick over, and Pezz is going to be starting to take the lead at the end of the map. 470 combo. This was legitimately the case I was mentioning after the first map. Pezz just warms up into it, but they're going back and forth because of the accuracy. But another miss coming in from orngoos, and it's about 15k. 20k. It started to flicker, terrifyingly so, but towards the end, it just came to that comfort, and the accuracy that orngoos just came in with on this Hidden 2. 19k difference and a point on the board. It wasn't even a question in Pezz's mind what map was next following that Hidden 2. Not even a question. Going straight into the No Mod 5, an Undead Corporation song. We're going into and say goodbye. 260 BPM, 3 minutes 50. I mean, this map, you can just hear it. You know what to expect in a No Mod 5, especially in this kind of tournament. It's just 260 stamina. It's just straight tapping for like 3 minutes 50. You're not going to have arms by the end. I wouldn't. Oh my god, I can tell I'm sleep deprived, totally. I'm ending like half my sentences on really high pitches. Yeah, now we're getting to the higher star rating on some of these maps. I mean, to be fair, a lot of these maps have been already high star rating, but especially comparison to the last map, the Hidden 2, 6.5 stars. Already quite difficult for Hidden 2, but now we're jumping straight to 8.08 stars. And we're actually going to be seeing the early miss coming in from Pezz, which again, you know, it's what you come to expect with Pezz. You know, get the early faults out of the way and then just go and shred. Orngoos are looking a lot less comfortable on 260 than Pezz is. I mean, 97 accuracy compared to 89. Seeing this kind of thing, it takes me back to Roundtable 2 Xylus versus Mashtage, I think it was. With just the mechanics difference of, you can be good at mechanics, but being comfortable on high BPM is such a different territory. And if you're getting outsped on the map, it doesn't feel great. It's annoying knowing that it's not like it's a normal skill set holding you back, but it's the fact you are just physically not keeping up. And the feeling, I mean, at least for me, it just never felt nice. But thankfully, I'm not a tournament player, so I don't have to worry about it all the time. But compared to these players, I mean, orngoos is starting to actually start recover now. I mean, built 3% accuracy higher, getting up to that 92% now, and 300 combo, but it's closing that 50k score margin. It's going to be a bit of a different story. Gonna need a good bit of accuracy because they are still about 4, almost 5% accuracy behind Pezz, who is, I mean, just generally a mechanical demon, right? I mean, we've seen it time and time again. Just the accuracy alone saying everything it needs to when it comes to the confidence here, but both of them are starting to find their groove. Both of them are holding onto combos now for every bit they can, even if it does require an accuracy drop. But Pezz is the one to drop the major combo there, going from 500 straight down to 0, but orngoos now trading out after another 100 combo. But again, it's that accuracy game that is going to be helping Pezz so much. That score lead, if they had the same accuracies, orngoos would have started to at least, even if it was just a bit close, not even the same accuracies, just a bit closer, orngoos would have taken it over. But yeah, an accuracy difference as large as that, almost 6% now. Yeah, you're going to have to do some crazy work if you want that score to go in your advantage. And Pezz, it just seems to keep heating up. I mean, he just seems to get better and better the closer to the end of the map it gets. I mean, the Hidden 2 was perfect case, right? Just went from looking a bit uncomfortable to going 600 combo almost on the Hidden 2. Then it came to the accuracy battle between them. And this one might honestly be the same boat, where orngoos seems to be pretty strong at holding onto the combo. It actually is also recovering the accuracy a decent bit as well. You gotta remember that he was down the 89% for a small while, and now climbing up to almost 93. Not doing bad by any means, definitely getting better and better at the speed as it goes on, but it's closing out 100k when Pezz is also, you know, doing the same thing where the accuracy keeps going up, the combo keeps going up. 700 combo crossed, just soon to cross 98% accuracy. I mean, these two players just going head to head is just a terrifying feat, right? They just keep heating up mid-map and they just keep trying to one-up each other. But orngoos, unfortunately, is the one to break, and it doesn't seem to be the case for Pezz to trade it out by any means whatsoever. I mean, Pezz now just looking to cross 1,000 combo, maybe even just full combo the ending with the confidence they've been coming in with. I mean, this was his Protect, right? Like, you were expecting Pezz to bring out an insanely strong score, but a 98 1.2k combo, maybe? Okay, maybe not 98, but still practically close enough. I mean, just disgusting score, to say the least. The miscount's pretty similar, but the accuracy is just not to be there, and the combo, again, towards the end, Pezz just heated up, almost doubling the combo. It's just crazy work. And orngoos was keeping up for a decent while, you know, putting up a very, very good fight, especially when it came to the combo game. But Pezz mechanics, man. Pezz and mechanics. What can you do? What can you do? And we are going to be seeing the immediate answer return from orngoos, going, I believe, into the Hard Rock 1, which I believe is Take This Live top div. LMT map, 240 BPM, 3 minutes 34. I mean, this map, I mean, we've seen some disgusting scores on this map in this tournament so far. If I'm not mistaken, someone choked The full combo on this, I think it was like a 1 or 2 miss. And I don't think this map even has a hard rock full combo. Oh no, it does. Sorry, it has 2. It would have had a third hard rock full combo in just from this tournament, which would have been crazy alone. This map, I mean, it's an LMT map, so usually you'd know what to expect, but okay, I need to put out some clarify. I'm not the greatest at distincting maps to mappers. I can't figure out those small traits that everyone else does. Despite that, at least for me, this doesn't feel like an LMT map too much. That's the best way I can describe it. It does feel a bit different, but it does fit the map very, very well. And this map is definitely on the more difficult end with the hard rock. Again, as I said, there's only 2 hard rock full combos on the leaderboards. We almost saw a third one happen in tournament. And it'll be insane if anyone is even able to match just a good performance on this, let alone get anywhere near that. Both of them seem to drop a decent bit of accuracy actually on this intro, both dropping down to the 92%, and it's usually on those streams. Pezz, I think, now getting used to it, adjusted to the finger control a bit, getting that to have 240 BPM locked in rather than the 260 they were at before. Orngoos on the other end, just down at 91%, but still holding onto the combo, which is definitely going to be the most important factor to go into. I mean, you just look at this map. I mean, the mechanics intensity. Oh, unfortunate for orngoos. Does unfortunately find the break and a lot of act drop with it. And Pezz finding a miss just on the jumps. I wasn't ready for that. I only realized the miss because of the miss sound. I wasn't even, like, thinking that was the section for Pezz to miss on. But honestly, usually it is just going to be those sections you don't expect to miss on that might catch you out because you feel so confident on them. They catch you out. But yeah, I mean, you just see the difficulty in this map. I mean, the miss is already coming in. Pezz down at 94% accuracy. Orngoos down to 89, but coming towards the end of the map, I think I can expect Orngoos to have recovered a decent bit of accuracy. Same for Pezz. I mean, they've both been doing the early misses, early act drops just to go full send on a lock in, and they're both going back and forth. Orngoos, unfortunately, breaking the combo just before I can mention about them being legitimately like a single digit behind each other. But it's that accuracy game right now coming in from Pezz, which is also doing a lot of work. Mixed in with the fact, Pezz is just gonna hold on to combos now. We've gone past the earlier choke points. We're at the halfway point of the map. And that doesn't mean the map gets any easier, because it sure as hell doesn't. I mean, look at that aim needed. Look at the mechanic followed up. It does catch orngoos out, but Pezz is just a demon in waiting when it comes to these maps. 650 combo crossed, accuracy increased up to 95%. I mean, just chilling pretty much now. The score difference, I mean, it's 150k. It's unfortunate, but do you know what? Sometimes it just is what it is. This map is just a different breed of difficult, and Pezz, even with the fire alarm situation, even with having to lose their entire warm-up, I mean, Pezz is just demon. You give Pezz a map like this, and evidently he runs away with it. 900 combo, it's just still building. Like, I always struggle to come up with something new to say when I'm talking about Pezz, right? Because I'm just in awe most of the time of the scores that I'm just seeing produced on the fly. I mean, we've crossed 1,000 combo. Oh my god, that's what we miss on Pezz. That's what we miss on. It's an understandable miss, but like, I was hoping to see a reverse choke because I thought that'd have been like genuinely like gnarly. Why have I used the word gnarly unironically? Orngoos has started to recover like a really strong amount as well, like 500 combo, 94% accuracy, but Pezz basically crossing 1,000 combo, I think, did doom it early in, even if it got to be matched, but it's still a very, very strong performance coming in from Orngoos. But again, against Pezz, sometimes there's not much you can do. 1,000 combo, 96.6% accuracy, basically 96.7. I mean, just crazy performance coming in from them. But it is Pezz's pick next, and that's what makes it a bit scary. Right? It's scary, because this could possibly be Pezz's last pick of the match. depending how the cards fold, but I mean, I already made my hopes for this match evident at the start. I want a tiebreaker because Ghosts of the Past is a banger, but I'm not entirely sure how possible that will be. Okay, I started hearing this song. I thought I was going crazy. No, we are opting in for the No Mod 4. Pezz has picked No Mod 4. Mouths like Sidewinder missiles. Rash is extra as well. Okay. So, I played this map when my friend sent it me. I played this part of the intro, because I played this diff as well. And it ended up in my blacklist immediately, because I just couldn't figure out the intro, and seeing it being played here is just gonna make that feel so much worse for me. But do see early misses coming up from both of them. Just show that difficulty, but again, it's that early miss that you see from, I mean, both these players now quite often at least against each other. I mean, Pezz has the late map heat up. Orngoos, honestly, mid map is like demon territory from what I've been seeing. I will say though, the song at least is a banger. And orngoos is actually going to be taking the lead due to the combo game and the accuracies being about 1% difference. So still a solid accuracy difference, but nothing, you know, too insane. I don't get how people aim these pans half the time. I honestly just... I don't even think my aim's bad. I just... different... I mean, you just get different breeds when it comes to tournament players, right? I mean, they're just crazy players. And it is still going to be that 8k advantage for orngoos due to that about 80 combo difference between them coming in. But it's when that next player breaks is when things will start to get a bit spooky. It is a solid 1% accuracy difference, and they are both just hitting these patterns like there's nothing for him. I mean... oh, but then those patterns do catch orngoos out. The awkward aim, the spacing differences, which does move the lead over in advantage to Pezz, who has also just unfortunately broken, but did make a 15k advantage just before that, which will definitely be quite helpful, especially with the accuracy difference now moving up more than ever. I mean, it's what I was mentioning, right? Pezz does have that heat up. I mean, the heat up is just evident there. Did get to the 98% accuracy. The rhythm section did drop a small bit there, only about 0.1, 0.2. Orngoos, however, 96.6% accuracy, not bad by any mean either. And definitely good enough to start closing that score lead. I mean, it got to 20k. It is now under 10k. And still closing a bit due to that combo game. Again, 60-ish combo between them difference. Oh, that is a tragic miss for Pezz as well. I mean, now that is a 360 combo advantage for orngoos. Even getting through the horizontal jumps, not a problem. It's just those spacing changes we saw earlier that may be a problem, but orngoos just seems locked and loaded now. I mean, 30k difference between them, and it's orngoos favored. Accuracy as well, climbing, getting up to that 97% almost. I mean, the ult tapping doesn't really let go on this map. Oh, tragic miss coming in. That's not an ideal moment because the map's not over by any means, and Pezz is starting to recover the combo and does have an accuracy advantage over 1% again. Oh, those misses are not going to be helping either. The score advantage is still about 25k for orngoos, but it is going to be closing, and I think it can close before the map ends. It's just dependent on how Pezz plays this. So I don't know if... I can't remember if there's anything insane for this ending. And Pezz is just building combo. Last moments of the map, and it has flipped over less than 2k score difference. Oh my god, it's just that accuracy difference and a small bit of combo being the same. The miss count being 2, better for Pezz. I mean, Jesus. You could technically get closer, sure, but that's still insanely close. But orngoos has instantly opted for the no more 3. I mean, like, what can I say other than the same thing I've said over and over again? Pezz just nuts. Pezz is just crazy. Orngoos also just crazy. Like, the same thing I noticed beforehand happened again. Orngoos went ballistic, basically, in the middle of the map. Just bringing score over in every way, shape, or form. And you get to the ending, and then Pezz just brings it back anyway. But now we're opting for Iron Rose. 290 BPM, alt map, 4 minutes. I mean, we're getting to those longer maps in the pools. I mean, most of these maps have been about 3 minutes on average, I think. We've had two 5-minute maps? A 4-minute map and a 2-minute map? I don't know. Now, if this is the map that I'm remembering it to be, that was your only easy section you have for this entire map, and the rest of this map is just brutal. Flow ult, snap ult, every bit of ult you can ask for, in all different shapes, all different areas. And I mean, even a bit of aim control in there, and oh my god, Pezz just combos all the way through it. orngoos unfortunately did have a bit of an early break, but it's nothing to worry about. Another miss there as well, which again, you're not in the worry seat yet. I mean, the first quarter of the map is starting to close. Pezz is seeming to hit the first quarter, but you know, this map is brutal. I'm gonna be so thrilled. Like, I believe we had this map in Konyo, if I'm not mistaken, and this map was just brutal the whole way through. But we saw crazy scores come in, but it's that later half of this map that will just really kill your combo, unless you are just fully in the zone. And that's not saying that, you know, you can just hit this bit easily, because you absolutely can't. You have to be so comfortable ult as it is, and you can see that both these players are, even with the early miss coming from orngoos, just the comfort level you need to have on the skill set to build a combo like this. And I mean, they're both just ripping through this map. 98% accuracy, almost 800 combo from Pezz. I mean, that is disgusting already, but again, it's when you get to that about 1200, 1600 combo section, it really starts to scare you on this map. But we are closing into that halfway point. Currently a reverse choke for orngoos, a full combo for Pezz. Just about 300 combo difference. I mean, this map is terrifying. And I'm honestly, I'm enamored right now. I mean, I'm impressed neither of these players have found a miss past the intro yet. Oh, they even hit the slider burst. That's disgusting. Ooh. Hit into the build up to the Ki, halfway point of the map past. 1200 combo. Now we're starting to enter the spooky zone where I have seen so many insane scores crumble. But it seems they're both just holding on. They are trying to match beat for beat, and even with the score, orngoos is currently saying it's still 120k difference, but all it takes is that one break from Pezz. But it's getting more and more intense. orngoos has to keep their foot on the gas pedal. They have to keep going forward, because they cannot risk a single miss going forward. And it's getting to the part where I'm expecting the miss. The first miss is going to be coming out for Pezz, but it's just traded too quickly. orngoos immediately trading it out is just not a seat to be in. I mean, with the accuracy Pezz is on as well, almost 98%. A small miss aim there, dropping it a bit with another miss on the table, but closing 140k score is going to be a different beast, especially with that accuracy being about 2% different, 2.2. I don't want to call it. I don't want to say it's over, because it's never over till it's over, but the 150k score difference. And I don't think that's going to close. Especially with not that miss coming in either. I mean, Jesus Christ, they've both been playing so well. I mean, this map especially, both of them crossing 1,000 combo, which in its own right is an insane task to ask for. But it's the fact they just trade that it came to that second set of misses for orngoos or the first set of misses for Pezz. And the fact that the Pezz's first miss was traded so quickly is what does spell despair for this match. I mean, well, for orngoos specifically, this has been an insane match so far. I mean, the whole match the whole way through was just genuinely insane. Both players just showcasing some credible performances. Pezz just showing off as always with the heat up that you go from start of the map, maybe you show a bit of weakness and then going crazy. That map being the actual break of that pattern that I had noticed. It is GG's, and it is going to be Pezz continuing through the winners bracket. Unfortunately, orngoos being sent to the losers bracket. But I wouldn't say it's going to be easy for anyone else in those losers brackets. I mean, orngoos is a terrifying opponent to go into. That is to be said at the minimum. I mean, they made it to semifinals, and they still put a big strong fight against Pezz. Even if they only got 1 point on the board, they were taking the score advantage from Pezz quite a few times. And it was close on a lot of those maps. I mean, one of the maps coming down, I think the No Mod 4, less than 2k score difference. orngoos has the ability to continue going crazy in the next rounds. But it will be Pezz to continue going through. And I do wish Pezz the best of luck. Although, honestly, might not need it. Pezz has just been a demon throughout every single match that I have seen them play. Every single performance just one-upping the last. And I feel like that's just going to continue as these map pools get crazier. But I wish them best of luck. Thank you to both of them playing. Thank you to the streamer and I believe Ref and Vexy. I think it's both of them. Unless we have a different ref, then I apologize. I'm not tapped in. I'm tired. Thanks to all of you. And we are going to be heading out.